the guys got the lift up yesterday. It's like dreams, like you dream of having a real lift. I don't know, dreams. I'm so excited. It needs to go up 4 more feet. It looks really short right now. It'll go up 4 more feet. We're waiting on a scissor lift, and then we can use a scissor lift to get that up and get it pinned in and do the lighting. So that's what we're waiting for with that. So I decided for this week's episode's featured car, I'm going to do the GTR. The GTR is already in here and it's pretty cleaned up, so this will be the one. I actually love to talk about this car, so it wasn't really a hard choice, I'll say. There are 2 project cars. We have major project cars that aren't in here. I'm very excited for them to be in here so I can actually talk about them, because there is so much that we're going to be doing and there's just so much to talk about, but I'm excited about those. But this one's in here. It's pretty clean. It's pretty show quality. I haven't touched the engine bay yet, so there are some things like the RB's plenums tend to chip, so that's got like the coating, the black coating on it is chipping, and you'll see that. So there's little things that could definitely use some sprucing up in the engine bay, but this is an extremely clean car. It's very low miles, and I'm excited to talk about it. So this is my 1996 R33 GTR V-Spec. I feel like the Skylines are kind of heritage cars a little bit. At least that's how I see them and treat them. And so when you have these really interesting, rare, discontinued Nismo things on them, that means a lot to me. It's interesting. They are different than like the Supra. And I like my Supra a ton, but I like these cars kind of for different reasons. So here is the GTR. Some interesting things with this car. So usually GTRs do not have this flare, and the rear bumper is different. The reason that this is different is these are actually 400R body parts. 400Rs were a limited edition. They only made like 44 of them, if I'm correct. They meant to make more. The one year that they made them, they were an R33 series, but they only ended up making like 44. So that's what this rear flare is off of, and this rear bumper. So they're slightly different than the usual GTR rear end. So here is the heart of the beast, as they say. This is an RB26DETT. So it is a twin turbo. This is kind of the contender for the 2JZ GTE, which is a twin turbo. But it is, the RB26 is a 2.6, whereas the 2JZ motors are all 3.0. So if it's an RB25, it's a 2.5. It's RB26, it's 2.6. Now the interesting thing, I think, just a little tidbit, this is actually a true twin, whereas the 2J's twin turbo is a sequential twin. And this car being a 4-wheel, all-wheel drive instead of a rear-wheel drive, it definitely has a different feel to me. I kind of feel like this car is eating the road when I drive it. So you have a lot of road feel, which I think is purposeful, and you have your all-wheel drive. You feel like just really sticking to the road, and then it's your true twin, and it just literally feels like it is like attacking or eating the road a little bit, where I feel like with this rear-wheel drive, the Supra, I'm kind of moving with, it's a little more glidey, you know, if that makes sense, where this is a bit more of an attack. I actually do believe that this one is at the moment faster, although typically the RB26 DETT is slightly less horsepower than the 2JZ GTE. This one's boost is tuned higher right now, so this one is a little bit more peppy. I have a lot to clean up. The plenum is a common thing. The stock plenum will chip like this, so this needs to be cleaned up. I have a full refresh kit to pull this out and reseal it, and I probably will, I don't know exactly what I'll do about this. Maybe powder coat it. I don't know if you normally powder coat plenums. I guess you do. A lot of people do. I can powder coat it, bead blast it, polish it. Lots of options. I've seen people actually polish it in place. I met a guy that polished it in place, and he did a really good job for doing that. I'm not going to do it because I'm going to pull it out and reseal it anyway. We've been waiting on this building to kind of attack some of these things, and now the building is here. The building is here. So I can finally attack some of it, but it's pretty just untouched, which I really love. And no, I'm not going to single turbo this car. This is a really neat sort of heritage car. And if I do anything, I would do aftermarket twins, but I don't even know that I'll do that to this car. I think I may just make it a solid, reliable motor by going through, doing all of everything it needs, its tune-up, its reseal it top to bottom. Just absolutely, I already actually did replace the, what's the word I'm looking for right now? The coil packs. I already replaced the ignition coil packs and spark plugs and stuff when I got this. So, story here. When I first got it, the first time I did a hard pull, I may or may not have been in Mexico, street racing another Skyline. I'm not really sure. Maybe. Anyway, it lost power, and I was like, oh crap. Like, I knew that the boost was too high. I knew this, and it was literally within like the first week or two that I had it, and I was like, please let that be like blown piping, because I've done that before, and that's kind of what it seemed like, and not like a blown turbo, because these turbos, these little ceramic turbos, you really shouldn't, that's your weak point with boost. I mean, even more so than resealing it, more so than the head gasket. Your weak point is your little ceramic turbos. So that's what I was like, I mean, I could have blown a seal, I could have blown a turbo, I don't know, but thankfully it was just the head blown intercooler piping off, and so I was able to go up there and fix that. But while we were combing through it, I did also do the coil packs and spark plugs. So they're a little bit fouled. I feel like I could just keep talking like I'm forgetting something. What else can I talk about this car? So the carbon fiber hood obviously is in stock. That's an aftermarket thing. It's a little bit messy. So we've got some cleaning up to do, but all in all, I think it looks really good. It does go more with the 400R look, which I think is really what she was going for. And the weave is really nice. It matches this like perfect. So I think I will keep that. I think really it is just about cleaning this up and keeping it true to what it is, which is kind of my taste with some things when it comes to, of course, I want to drift, I want to do all this other stuff, but I'll do that with an IS. I won't do that with this. So. It's a PEXI controller. This car is running pretty rich, and from what I can tell, the boost is a wee bit high. So I do have a Haltech 2500 that I'm going to put on here and then probably get it tuned. Some of you know of my four-door Skyline that I had. I recently sold, and we resealed and rebuilt a bunch of stuff on that, but we street tuned the Haltech 2500 ECU on that car, and it was really seamless. It kind of made me a Haltech fan a little bit, but there's some different things. I know we want to try Motec. We've done the AEMs, so I'm excited to kind of try some different things, but I will say that me personally, I'm a fan of the Haltech, and for these cars, these street cars, this is not a race car, it's plenty. I really like it. So it's Friday and the scissor lift literally just arrived. So since it just arrived, we still haven't pushed that up the 4 feet that it needs to go, but we will get that done here in the next couple of days. Tomorrow is our 15th wedding anniversary, so probably take a pause for that tomorrow. I'm kind of excited. I ran into Auto Hygiene here in our local town to pick up more of my favorite detailing products. And like, I've tried a lot of things. I love detailing cars, and I have since I was a young age. So I would do that like for family members and stuff. But since meeting Chad at Auto Hygiene, he showed me the NanoSkin products that he uses, and he's the guy that ceramic coated our like 3 main cars, our 3 like show cars. And so I get this stuff from him, and it is fantastic, like fantastic. There's the Crystal Wash, the Ceramic Boost, and the Supercharger. This is extremely concentrated, like 100 to 1. So this would make you like a 55-gallon drum, but it's great. So this is like a spray-on sealant, and like you spray it on and spray it off like with the hose. And then after I blow it off with the leaf blower and dry it, then I kind of go over and dry it with like a super soft towel with Ceramic Boost, and then that's a wash. But it just maintains the ceramic coating really well, and it's really great. So that's, I just wanted to talk about that for a second. NanoSkin, I'd never heard of it before, but I've been sold on it. It's like crack. I tell you what, this stuff, like taking this to shows, you can use this as a quick detailer, the Supercharger, the diluted Supercharger. Works really good, so. Really excited to dive into actually some of the like projects, like the actual car, the nitty-gritty fun stuff, you know, whether it's resealing the twin turbo cars and making those look good, or the big single turbo projects. I think those will be really exciting. So there'll be stuff. I did go into O'Reilly's this week, and they are kind of sponsoring, working with us now, which is super exciting. They gave us some stuff, got us some discounts, got us a commercial account. Just kind of a really neat connection. I really like O'Reilly's, and they're definitely my local choice, and they know me by name. They're always, hey Rach, what are you working on today? So they've always been my go-to. And we have a show, our little team, our ACOM, All Kinds of Muscle car squad, is hosting a show at Desertland Park in Orlando. It's the last Thursday of this month of January. I'm thinking it's the 27th, whatever the last Thursday is. I just looked it up and I already forgot. Last Thursday of this month at Desertland Park, Orlando, and that's going to be in the evening. I'll probably post about it several times. But O'Reilly's is going to put together like some goodie buckets that I can give out to attendees. So when you come, you register your car, and then however many buckets they give us, I will call out that many ticket numbers towards the end of the show. So just something little and fun to do, as well as Auto Hygiene is giving out, I believe, ceramic coating. They're giving out something, and they're going to raffle that off separately than the little raffle I'll do. So it'll be a fun show. It's indoors, and you can, I forget how many people we put indoors last time, when it's like 30 to 40, I think, cars you can put indoors, and then a ton more outside the doors. So the early arrival elite people get to park inside. It's just really neat, I think. So look out for that. If you're local, come to it. And that's kind of all I have for this week, and I'll be collecting things to show you next week. See you guys.